Hi there, big and little creators. Today we're making a keychain I absolutely love because it's inspired by one of my favorite dog breeds, the Schnauzer. So if you're a fan of these bearded pups, stick around till the end. To start, we'll need polymer clay or cold porcelain. Either works fine. A key ring. And if you've got one of those small metal pieces used for bracelets or necklaces, even better. It helps attach the figure to the ring more securely. We'll also use a bit of aluminum foil, though it's optional. The foil helps make the keychain lighter and improves baking if you're using polymer clay. If you're working with cold porcelain, just use more clay instead. We'll also need black and white acrylic paint. And if you want to give your little dog some extra flair, feel free to use other colors too. First, take a piece of foil and wrap it around the metal finding. Make sure it's well covered, except for the top. You'll need that part to attach the key ring later. If you don't have the metal piece, no problem. You can connect the ring straight to the foil or the clay. Then, cover the foil with clay and shape it into a ball. Now let's make the snout of our Schnauzer. Take another bit of clay, roll it into an oval shape, and place it at the front of the head. Don't make it too long. Remember, it's a keychain, so it should be easy to carry. Blend the pieces together smoothly. Using a pointed tool, like a sharpened pencil, poke a small hole in the center of the snout. That's where the nose will go. Then make a tiny clay ball and press it into place. That's the little nose. Now for the most iconic part, the beard. Roll out several thin strips of clay and place them one by one around the snout. Stick them on gently and shape them to give that signature Schnauzer look. Use your fingertip to lightly press the spots where the eyes will go. Then, using the same fine tool, mark the nostrils and gently add texture to the beard. If you'd like, you can also draw a line for the mouth and leave room for a tongue, but that step is optional. To make the tongue, roll a tiny strip of clay, flatten it, and place it inside the mouth. It gives your pup a friendlier look. Make 2 small balls for the eyes and place them into the eye sockets you made earlier. Then, using 2 thin strips, shape the upper eyelids and press them into place above each eye. Now for the ears. Take 2 bits of clay and shape them into triangles. You can leave them standing up or fold them slightly in the middle. It's up to you. Attach them firmly to the sides of the head. Next, the eyebrows. Roll out 2 strips of clay, place them above the eyes, and use your tool to add texture, just like we did with the beard. You can stop with just the head if you prefer to keep it super simple, but if you want to make the body like I did, here's how. Shape a clay cylinder, and on the front, add a kind of tie to give your furry friend a dapper look. Then roll out 2 strips for the arms and attach them to the sides of the body. Once everything's in place, connect the head to the body using a piece of wire and reinforce the joint with more clay. Press everything together firmly so it won't come apart over time. If you're using cold porcelain, you can skip this step. But if you're working with polymer clay, it's baking time. Place your figure in a foil-lined container and bake it with the help of an adult, always following the instructions for your material. When baking is done, let the figure cool down completely before touching it. This might take a few hours, but it's super important so the piece doesn't crack and so you don't get burned. Hang in there, we're almost done. Once it's cooled, add the keyring. You can do this now or later, but I recommend doing it now so you don't mess up the paint job. Use pliers if needed and make sure everything's closed up nice and tight. Now it's painting time! Start with 1 or 2 coats of white paint all over the figure. This helps the colors stick better and really pop. Now's your chance to get creative with the colors. Schnauzers come in lots of shades: white, black, or like this one, salt and pepper with different tones of gray. I painted the body with a light gray base and added darker shading in a few areas. Around the eyes and on the nose, I used black to make them stand out. The eyes were painted black too, but if you prefer, you could go with a dark brown. I added 2 tiny white dots in each eye to give them a shiny, lively look. The tongue was painted pink to keep that friendly vibe, and the tie, bright red, because a classy Schnauzer deserves some style too. And that's it! Now you've got your very own Schnauzer keychain, handmade by you in your own style, ready to tag along with you anywhere, or to give to someone special. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with other dog lovers, and subscribe so you won't miss our next awesome creations. I've left more videos over here that I'm sure you'll love. See you again soon with another creation full of imagination.